All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rancid Read Podcast. It's your boy, Stars Down. I'm here with Despond and Fire. Uh, we
Hello.
are, yeah, they're
Hi.
here. Um, we have a very special episode of the podcast today because we set this up in about 10 minutes. So, we don't know what we're
Yeah.
talking about, and you won't either. Um, yeah. So let's
Nice.
get into the first topic. Ice, Ice got grounded because he stole from a store around I think it was around $200 in clothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Um, but despite being grounded for doing something as stupid as that, he's online all the time because he still has his computer. He just got his phone taken away, which is
Mhm.
stupid. It's very
So
dumb.
was ice somebody used like in these podcasts usually what I'm getting
I'm
from this?
what? Okay, hold on. We need to address the elephant in the room. What was that?
Wait, what?
Fire, what
D
are these
yeah,
noises coming
what's
from
happening
me?
in the background of your?
Sorry. My my brother's playing Call of Duty right now. I'm sorry.
Oh that's
All
okay.
right. So
Oh no.
yeah. Ice isn't really. Ice gets high a lot, and the
Really?
only
Okay.
time he's really ever online is when he's high, and he can't do podcasts like that.
Mhm.
So if he's ever gonna be on a podcast, we need to get him when we need to like plan this months in advance. Um, he
Well,
used to do it.
Uh-huh.
When it was just them three.
Okay.
Jack, Ice, and Luna, but it's just been getting more scarced out because school is starting.
Mhm.
I had my first day of school on Thursday.
Same with me.
That was yeah. What about you, Fire?
I'm supposed to be starting today, but I honestly don't know. I'm homeschooled.
Oh, you're
Oh, that's
homeschooled.
nice.
I always wonder
Yeah.
what's it like to be homeschooled?
Well, it's easier to isolate yourself. Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Great. Useful daily skills. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't go outside often. I usually go outside once every
Nice.
2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice. I get to pet my cats every day, and I get to
Hmm.
hug them.
I
It's
love
nice.
my cat.
You guys have
Cats are so
animals?
cute. I do. I have a cat. She looks like a Kit Kat, and she has a very loud mouth. Yeah.
Lucky. I don't have any pets. I have a
Rip.
fish.
You can't
And
pet
I,
your fish.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you could if you really wanted to. And I used to have a hamster when I was younger, but it died.
Oh,
I
well,
used to
that's
have
not
three
good.
rats when I was younger.
Mhm.
Rip.
Mhm.
Did you want to have the rats or did they just kind of show up?
Oh, we wanted them. Um,
Okay.
I, I probably had a favorite, even though I always say I never pick favorites with my children. Um, he was old and he was really old actually, so he had a hard time moving.
Oh,
He'd want to
rip.
lick your hand every time he'd see you, but instead he just sniffed it, and
Oh.
then he died.
Oh,
Oh, that's
And then the
rip,
sad.
other two died too.
rip.
I
Rip.
used to have I used to have three cats. Two of them were orange tabbies, and they were very fat. So I had a couple of Garfields laying around my house, and they just didn't really care that much. So you could pick them up, you could use them as a pillow. It was really nice, but they were 19 years old, which didn't do well for cat bodies. So
Mhm.
we had to put him out.
Oh.
Bang bangs, eat eat mother. Yeah.
What? Damn.
Yeah, that's not how it went. But you know.
Mhm.
So yeah. So school is it's happening.
Yeah.
My first day of school, we made origami balloons
Wow.
and we played with Play-Doh. I'm a
I
freshman in high school.
Yeah, we love freshmen's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Mhm.
I'm liking my new school because we have a special set of schools that are made for like smart people around our
Mhm.
area, and you have to test into them. And so
Mhm.
I got into one of them, the technical one, computer science one,
Mhm.
and it r slash I am very smart. Um, yeah, and it's definitely a lot more fun than if I was going to stay at my home high school. Because I don't like many people at my high school. They're annoying.
Mhm.
A lot of the girls are sluts, and it's not. I didn't want to be there anymore.
Mhm. That was kind of like a similar situation that I had. So I'm in grade 12 now, but I was in high school in this town that like I moved to in 8th grade, and
Right.
now I'm like going to school back where I used to live, like where I grew up.
Mhm.
It's more like in the city rather than it being a town, but I also just didn't really vibe like with the environment of my old school, so I came to like this private school where I used to live, and I like it a lot better. Like it's a lot more work. Like my first day, we had like like not two units, but two sections of a unit taught to us in both my classes. So it's like way
What?
more intensive. But
Damn. That
I
sucks.
like it better. No, I prefer it rather than having like four classes. I don't know how some schools work, but in my old school we had 2 semesters of four classes, whereas now we just
Right.
have 2 classes of 4 semesters. So it's
Yeah.
better in my
My
opinion.
schedule. It's 1 year. We don't. Our classes aren't split by semester, but we have I think a total of 10 different classes, and we only have
Mhm.
them some of the days. It's kind of built like a college type of schedule.
Mhm.
Like the day, each day I have different topics. I think if I look, like Monday and Tuesday are like entirely different. Monday
Mhm.
I've got, bio and English and math, and then Tuesday I have history and French.
Mhm.
It's well, and other classes. We have 5 classes a day. We get an hour for lunch, so we never know what to do with ourselves. Um, but that'll change.
Mhm.
We'll have to do work, and there'll be clubs. Um, but it's odd coming from a 8 period, same schedule every day type of middle school. It's it's
Mhm.
it's weird. It's weird.
Mhm. You'll get used to it for sure, though. And
Yeah.
I know when I lived in France, like our schedules are similar to what you're saying. So every day you'd have something different,
Mhm.
and yeah, the periods would be more scattered. Like you'd have less time in each class, and yeah.
Mhm.
But it's not
Did you
necessarily
guys
bad. I think it's good to like know how to
did you guys
like
do the
adapt.
thing when you have like a half day Wednesday and a half day Saturday?
Yeah, so Wednesdays were start at 9:30 and end at 12:30, and
I see.
Saturdays you go to school Saturday? Yes.
No, no, I do
Oh.
not go to school Saturday. However, all of my French teachers have told stories of the schooling and how it's laid out. Actually, it was one of the topics in our French books.
Mhm.
Um, was how they do school over there.
It
And
depends on the person and like their
right,
schedule and also the school. I went to an international private school, so like there was mostly just kids from different countries, along with
right.
like the kids that were obviously there who lived in France. But I know of some people from other schools that who had school on Saturdays, but for the most part, no, not anymore. I don't think.
You sound like you've been all over the place. You said you're Bulgarian. So were you born there?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I was.
you were born in Bulgaria. So at some point you lived in France, and now you live up in Ontario.
Hmm.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to live. I've only ever been to Europe once.
Hmm.
Went to France and I went to London.
Yeah.
Um, but I liked it a lot better than America. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I know it's I like it a lot better out there.
Also, I
People
think
are
it's
just
cool because it's different, you know? It's something you've
mhm.
never seen, so.
Yeah, I don't know. So, um, so from celebrities, one of our one of our he's been a guest. Uh, his topic for us to talk about is pizza toppings. What do you guys like to put on your
Okay,
pizza?
Don't
can I
judge
just
me.
make a statement right now?
If you say pineapple on pizza is disgusting, I will remove you from the podcast.
Pineapple
I
on
love pineapple
pizza
on pizza.
is the best topping ever.
Oh my god,
I love it.
people that are sane. I've met sane people. Pineapple on pizza is one of the best things in the world.
It's
I don't
great.
Agreed.
It's
care
real.
who you are. A Hawaiian, pineapple and ham on pizza is one of the best things in the world, hands down.
I agree with you.
It's
Yeah,
just
me
you have
too.
the salty,
And the
chewy
sweet.
ham mixing in with this sweet, juicy pineapple. And my one thing that I think a lot of people it puts off a lot of people is they think of pineapple as sour because
Mhm.
pineapple is sour. But when you cook it, it's not. After you cook pineapple, it doesn't get sour anymore. It's just
Mhm.
purely sweet,
Yeah, agreed.
and
I think
that's why it's good.
pineapple on pizza is like a staple. Like I always thought it was
Mhm.
like a classic. Like you get like
Well,
cheese, you have
that's
pepperoni,
cuz
and then you have
that's cuz
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian pizza, well, it is a staple. Everywhere they have it, but the classic Hawaiian pineapple and ham pizza was invented in Canada,
Mhm.
not actually in Hawaii. But a lot of people just don't like it. I don't know why. I mean,
You
I
know
have to
when I
admit,
saw
some places they do like rings of pineapple and big hunks of like ham, and it's like but that's not good. I live in
Mhm.
Jersey
Yeah, it's
where
not.
we do pizza. Like, if you ever want to get a good slice of pizza, either go into Brooklyn and just walk around, or come here in New Jersey and sit down at a restaurant, and you will have the best pizza of your life.
Mhm.
It's it's all of the Italian immigrants came here and went to New York and went to Jersey, and
Mhm.
you don't mess around here. You don't have the canned pineapple. You don't have the that was interesting. You don't have the bad like spicy pepperoni. You
Yeah.
know, like your local supermarket brand. You get good
Yeah.
stuff here,
I
and
also think
you
go
need
ahead,
good.
yeah.
You need good pineapple. Hawaiian pizza. It's like you can't get like bad. You can't do it. You gotta
Mhm.
do it good. Slice up the pineapple, slice up the ham. You can't have big just hunks. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's too much.
I
So
also
that
think that the whole like uproar about like people getting angry for like pineapple on pizza started when like the guy who invented it like passed away a few years ago, I believe. And then I just remember seeing like these memes and like these people saying like good night to everyone except anyone who likes pineapple on their pizza and like just getting
damn,
super triggered about it.
damn. So
I think
I
it's
are
felt
we
people
all in
actually get mad
agreement?
about it, and it's just
Are we all in agreement that Hawaiian pizza is our favorite?
pretty much,
yes,
yeah.
other than vegetarian, yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think tell us about that vegetarian pizza, cause I've never what?
Um, I guess you can get like a vegetarian pizza of any kind with any toppings that you want. I don't know why, but I really like vegetables. So, if I don't order like Hawaiian, I'm ordering. Well, I usually tend to order the vegetarian, so I get mushrooms, green olives, and green pepper.
Right.
And then if not, then I'll get the Hawaiian. But not that I'm vegetarian, but it just tastes good. So.
Well, yeah, I know like some places just like their vegan or something option is just what? just kind of taste better.
Mhm.
Like it's just some places just they're so bad at making food that you just gotta stick to basic
Mhm.
stuff. Like I went to this restaurant, a family restaurant by me, and I ordered like pecan crusted like cod, just a fillet, and
Wow.
it just
Okay.
tasted like rubber. I mean, I must admit I'm not a fan of whitefish, but like even with like a ton of lemon, it just tastes like rubber. Like how
Mhm.
do you mess something up that bad? Like seriously.
I also just want to mention like food in North America compared to the food that you're going to get when you go to a restaurant somewhere in Europe. So I keep bringing
Mhm.
Europe up, but like the class is just not there in North America
Yeah.
in my opinion. You
Oh, I
can
know.
pay all of the money and you're just going to get something you
Mhm.
paid $10 for.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
it's
know
like,
what you mean.
yeah,
It
in
was
Europe
so
it's just
much
different.
nicer. They it's like they care.
Yeah.
It's not about making money. It's about serving food there.
Hmm. And even with it being
Yeah.
expensive, price is quality there, and I feel like they care
Mhm.
about their name. And I don't know. That's just
Yeah.
what I noticed.
I got to say just, walking around the first day I was in Paris, uh like I left at 6. No, I left at like 8
Mhm.
and it was 12 when I got there. So I was
Mhm.
so tired because my internal clock was going, it's like 2 o'clock, go to sleep, but it's 12 noon outside.
Mhm.
Um, so we just stopped in, pulled into not pulled in, we walked into a random coffee shop while walking outside and just got really just exceptional food. Like,
Mhm.
seriously, like, it's not like food that you would expect of like in North America, you would get that in like a good restaurant that like not some random coffee shop that you walked into. It's just like you can always count on that random shop on the side of the road being something where you can get good food. There's no like, oh, is this gonna be good? Oh, I don't know. It's just this random place. It's gonna be good. It's they care. Everyone cares.
Nice.
So,
Hi, I just cut out. Sorry.
okay. So, next thing. Um, Febreze got grounded.
Oh,
Um, she didn't. I can quote what she wanted me to say. She wanted me to say that she died valiantly in battle. Um, she didn't. She got grounded. I don't know why. So, um, I asked her if she wanted to do podcasts, and she said I can't. I'm grounded. But yeah, our sister in arms died in battle. Uh,
rest in peace. Her
yeah.
death will not be in vain.
Can we get a
Rip.
rip in the chat?
F
Yeah.
respects.
Press F to pay respects. Uh, yeah. So on the topic of school, that we're going back there. What do you guys think
Mhm.
about school food?
I'll tell you, I never ate at school actually. It's not one of those things that's required in Canada. Like if you go to a high school, you don't need to eat at school. Like you can go out or you can bring your own food.
Right.
So I would just go out and like I wouldn't eat in the cafeteria. I would just go to like another place close by and like bring my own lunch.
Right.
So I have no opinion, but for what I have tried, I guess it just depends on schools. We had really good cookies that they would bake, but other than that,
You can count on that.
everything it just tastes like nasty airplane food to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so living in North America and especially in the States, um in elementary school and middle school, it's like we're prisoners. You can't leave, you can't do anything. It's sit down, go in the lunchroom and eat what we give you or bring in food. And it's so bad. It's like I know some people would think, going overboard or
Yeah.
overstating it, but it's really like I it like it's hard to it's hard to eat. Like
Mhm.
it's just I don't understand. Ugh.
Mhm.
Honestly, the food at my school is great. I mean,
You
like you
don't
can make
you
yourself a
get a
nice
homeschooled.
P&J,
Don't even.
and you
Don't
can
you don't there's
microwave
no need
burritos
to
here.
rub it in your
There's
face.
there's even ramen, and like you can choose what you want to drink. There's water and milk.
Yeah, from
It's
your
really nice
fridge.
here.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. Thanks for rubbing it in. Um
I'm sorry.
and I would love to, actually now that I'm in high school, they let us we um our high school is on a college campus, a community college campus, and they let us during lunch go over and get lunch at their cafeteria in the
Mhm.
college. Um, or you can. They also have a thing where in the morning you can order food from it and they'll bring it over here. You don't have to go and get it. Um, but it's still school food. I mean, it's good because it's a college campus and they make everything there. It's not like you know, some company doing it, but it's it's still school food.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
more people um bring in food, for pack their lunch bags because it's expensive. Like at my old school, it was like $3 to get a drink and some lunch. Now it's like it's like $4 for a cheeseburger and another like two for a water.
yeah,
It's
they're
bad.
definitely overpriced everything for sure. And that's
Hmm.
American currency, so that's like
Yeah,
$5 Canadian, $3 for a bottle of water. That's too
yeah,
much.
yeah. This is in United States dollars. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about something else. I had a dentist appointment today.
How'd that
Uh,
go?
Oh no,
it was
I hate
fine.
the dentist.
I hate the dentist too, but it was just
Really?
there's a point where when we were kids, it was like, oh no, the dentist. But there's a point where just like whatever, man. Let's just go and let them prod at my teeth. The tooth doctor was very nice today. I didn't have any.
Good to hear.
I didn't have anything wrong. But what it did do is it did get me out of going to temple because today, as of recording this, it is the 10th of September. Um, outside of Israel, it is Rosh Hashanah, the first day of Rosh Hashanah. So I did not have to go to temple and sit and listen to them talk about. Um, it's yeah. So it's a trade off. Didn't have to go to
Mhm.
temple, but I had to get my teeth prodded at. But whatever,
That's
man.
okay.
I
Yeah.
I have a good reason why I hate the dentist. When I was
Why?
tiny, even tinier than I already am, I got my teeth pulled, and the numbing medicine they gave me didn't work, so I felt all the
Oh,
pain.
Oh
yeah.
no.
It
That
was
happened to me
nice.
too.
That
So
happened to me as
every
well.
time I go to the dentist, I think about that, and I hate it.
Oh
I
no.
think I don't know what it is, but everyone I've talked to, we all agree that the Novocaine just doesn't work.
It
Mhm.
Um
doesn't.
it just yeah. I although it's gotten a lot better. They used to inject it into your gums and it just didn't do anything. Now they literally just drop it, like use a dropper and drop it onto your gums and it the last time I got a couple of my teeth pulled cuz they're just like, baby teeth like shells. There's
Mhm.
no roots connected to them, but they just won't fall out. And the medicine worked. Like it, I don't know what they did, like double the dose or get stronger stuff, but it worked.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it got a lot better.
I had an experience once. I love the dentist. I don't know why. Like, I just like going to get people poke at my teeth, I guess. But there's a time when I don't remember how old I was. This was just a couple of years back, but I had a cavity, and so I needed to go get my cavity filled. And the dentist that I went to at the time was very busy, and they were just packed. So,
That happened today.
um,
It was
and
packed,
so
and it was
yeah,
pouring out, so it sucked even more.
it was busy. And so I remember, like they called me up at one point. I go in my chair, whatever. They talk to me, discuss whatever it is. And I show them, like, oh, this is the cavity, whatever. And so I had, like, one of the main, like, mind you, this is one of, like, the main doctors at this particular clinic. And he's like, yeah, I'll be here in like 5 minutes. He comes. He doesn't even numb me. Mind
Oh,
you, he's drilling
Oh
a
no.
hole into my tooth.
he's
Like,
not okay.
Oh,
No, the way
oh
it
no.
works, it's not drilling. It's actually the
well,
way it works with cavities is they take a very high pressure water jet and just knock all the loose material cuz a cavity is really just decayed tooth tooth material. So it's very brittle, so they just take a water jet and push it out and then fill it with, filling. It's not
hmm
they don't actually drill anything.
well,
It
there
still
you go. That's
hurts.
how it felt.
Oh,
Like he
well,
was
yeah.
literally drilling into my mouth. And so,
Yeah, it always feels
um,
like that.
and it was just extremely painful because I guess it was just super deep and it was just the most unpleasant experience. And then he feels it, and I literally could not chew on that tooth for like a
Oh.
good week after because it just hurt on that side. So yeah, but regardless, I still like the dentist, but I mean, whatever.
What?
Yo.
Blackout beta is live? Oh, I've just been given a notification that one of my Twitch streamers, the Blackout beta, which I believe is the battle royale, Call of
Hmm.
Duty Black Ops 4. Instead of
No.
campaign, they have battle royale. Evidently, the beta is live. Um, I'm gonna go play that afterwards. But
Hmm.
yeah, damn,
The only
like.
reason to ever like the dentist for me is because I always got Starbucks after for not screaming.
All
Oh.
right, yeah, that's fair. So next thing. Despond. You've
Hmm.
lived in Europe,
Right.
and you have a story to share with us about how you got arrested in the beautiful country of France.
Yeah, so
Please inform us.
I didn't actually get arrested, but
That's just clickbait.
um you're the one who said it,
You're the one who
not
said it
me.
first. Hey, everybody
W-
can see on the screen right now that
I can.
Despond posted the Popo arrest story off France.
I was
Oh my
Everyone
just
can
trying
god.
see
to make
that.
a jot dot, but sure. So
I've been bamboozled.
Bamboozled, you have been.
um so I lived in France for 3 months, and surprisingly, a lot of kids in France are interested in things like urban exploring and like finding abandoned places and just looking around and whatnot, even though obviously it's not prohibited. But I had a friend who knew of this place that was basically part of like this city, and it was just like an abandoned like little part of the town that was still like connected to everything, and it was just blocked off by like um, I guess like just this no trespassing thing, and you had to hop over like I don't know what that's called, the fence. So we take a bus, myself, one of my friends who told us about this place, and my exchange partner. The three of us hop on this bus and we go there, and the bus stop is like basically right in front of the place. We hop over this fence, and it's like a really, really long street with like a bunch of buildings on either side. So there's like abandoned factories, abandoned houses. There was like something that was like almost like a hotel because it had like rooms on either side. But anyway, we explored, and like it was really cool because I love going through places like that. And there was a road that you could turn into at the very end of like this very long street, and you would have to turn right. So after you turn right, there's like one building to the right of you and one building to the left of you. And the building on the left had one of those doors where there was a window in the actual door. You couldn't open the door, so you would have to like crawl through the opening of like the window
Oh
on the
God.
door. So it was super high up. There was like glass everywhere. And I remember we were coming out of that building, carefully trying not to cut ourselves on this glass. And there was people that were like in front of us basically. There was like a house, and then there was a field separating where we were from the people's house. And they started screaming at us, "We're gonna call the police, we're gonna call the police." So, we didn't really pay it any mind because it was just like a bunch of kids, and we were thinking, okay, whatever, they've
XD.
definitely been here. Yeah, so we didn't think much of it. So we go into this building that I was talking about earlier, the one that was kind of like this hotel almost. And it was just one super long hallway with bedrooms on either side. So we looked through there, we walked around, and we're on our way to get out. And we hear like noise outside, like super close to us, not like it could be the kids from like across the field, like somewhere near us. So one of my friends, the guy, he says to me, "Okay, you guys, me and my exchange partner, wait here. I'm just gonna go check what's happening outside." So it's like getting dark, and he comes back from outside, and like he just pokes his head out, and he's like, "Guys, there's a cop car outside." And we're thinking to ourselves, well, crap, we're stuck here. Like, we need to like make a run for, and like we're super far from the entrance because as I said, like it was a really, really long street. Like it was just a road. So
Oof.
we're basically at like the farthest point away from the entrance that we could be at. So we all start panicking, and he's like, "Okay, let's just go into this first room on the right of the hallway, and we're gonna hide behind the door, and we're just gonna wait it out." So eventually we hear like it was two cops, and like they come out of the car, and they make their way over into the building that we're in. At this point my heart is racing. I'm like, "Oh my god, like this is it for me. I'm done. Like goodbye. Like my life is going to go down the drain." Like just the worst thoughts are going through my head. And we hear these cops walk by where we're hiding behind the door, and my friend, the guy, he just starts counting down. He goes, 3, 2, 1, and we all just start booking it. Like we start running so fast. We come out of the door, we go down the hallway, and we just
That's
book
awesome.
it so fast. And this is the crazy part. We get around like this fence, and as we literally like hop the fence, the bus pulls up
Oh,
like right away. It was straight out of a movie. Like the bus just pulls
awesome.
up,
That is
we run
perfect.
into the bus, and we scan our cards, we sit down, the bus doors close, we see the cops, like we look outside, and we just drive away. And I've never
That
been
is
more relieved in my life.
that is amazing.
That is an epic gamer
That's
moment.
better
Yeah.
Wow.
than
Okay.
that's better than the than getting arrested. That is better.
Mm-hmm.
That's a better
Thankfully I didn't
story.
get arrested. That would not, I don't think anything serious would have happened. Like we're just a bunch of kids looking
Yeah.
around. We can't really do much damage, but I'm still so mad that those people actually called the police. It was really scary.
Some people are just flake ass people.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah. So
But yeah.
that's awesome. That is some gang gamer moments.
Gamer moments. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, um let's talk have you guys seen the music vid? You
I
know which
have.
one we're
Yeah.
talking about. The
I
Kanye
have.
and the little
The
pump,
Roblox one.
the
I
Roblox music
haven't.
video.
I haven't actually watched it, but
I haven't watched it either. I've just seen the memes, but it's like what was going through their head?
why did they do
Why
that?
did they dress up as Roblox kids?
I mean,
I
if you
don't get it.
if you think about it, Danielle Bergoli put on her story that Kanye West and Lil Pump came out with the most trash song. And if you have Danielle Bergoli talking shit about you, then I think you really fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Oof. I don't know who that
Ooh.
is.
Danielle, the Cash Me Outside girl, she's like a
Oh
rapper
my
now too.
god. Wait.
Yep.
Yo,
So
if you got her dissing you and
you.
you're in that business, you did something wrong, man.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen those memes, and it's like, "I will swear word at you," and it's like a
Yes.
picture of a Roblox character and then their faces. But
Someone made a Roblox parody of I don't know if it was the song they were singing or a different song and then just put the music video over it. It's
that's
so
jokes.
bad.
I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan. I mean, a lot of people are like, saying, "Oh, hashtag new wave." Like, people are
Well,
trying
what?
to say that it's some next like I don't know. Whatever. I'm just
New
not a fan.
generation art style. No,
Oh my.
that it's not even.
No.
No,
I'm
not at all.
sorry.
It's just
Not
Roblox.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, it will always be just Roblox to us.
Roblox. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So another topic. Learning languages.
Mhm.
A couple of us. Fire was just wooing. In her microphone, speaking Japanese. Um.
Speaking weeb.
Speaking
Speaking
Um,
weeb.
weeb.
that's
We
that's
also.
not the only language I tried learning though.
Yeah. Despond and I, at least I think I can, speak baguette. We
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah.
And I tried learning Japanese as well. I think Despond also tried learning Japanese. None of
Yeah.
us
In the
actually did it.
process of, yeah, it's kind of hard. So it's a process, but we're getting there hopefully.
Um, I one time I tried learning American Sign Language. I'm
Oh,
planning on going back to that because I have a lot of books in it in my room, and now they're just laying there having no purpose.
my cousin actually is
So,
taking that as her language. In high school, they
Oh,
they
that's
let her
awesome.
oh,
pick ASL instead of a world language, and I think
That's
that's a
awesome.
cool, yeah. So she is fluent, almost in ASL,
That's
oh, that's
which
awesome.
is
really
a real
cool.
it's a really good skill to have.
Yeah, fire, get back into it. I think that would be awesome. It's a good skill, yeah.
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 So my on Friday, last Friday, I had French, and my French teacher lived on the border of France and Germany.
Mhm.
Um, Saint-Lazare, stuff like that, and she um she speaks German too.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I said in one of my classes that I had tried learning German once, and she mentioned that, she said that, I could teach you.
Oh, wow, generous.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't know what it is, but every time I've had like a real old French lady as my French teacher, like, a nice old lady, lived in France, they've always been just the nicest person. And they're not a
Mhm.
teacher. They're not your teacher. I mean, they are your teacher, but above being your teacher, they're a person. I
Yeah.
had I say that because I had one French teacher who wasn't French.
Mhm.
She wasn't
Oh,
she just was this crabby, like, woman, not even an old lady. She's like in her 40s. Just this
Oh.
crabby woman that didn't care at all. Didn't really speak French that well.
Mhm.
She taught us a bunch of things that weren't true.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and it was, I hated her. We all hated her. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. And she had this one
Yeah.
thing where every year on Halloween, she would dye her hair white and put one peppermint, like candy cane pink strip in it.
oh,
That was her
Oh.
Halloween costume every year.
Oh.
I was
Oh.
like, "What?
okay.
What? No. Just no."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
my French teacher last year was like that. She was just, I don't know. She was just not in a good mood like ever and would literally have
mhm.
the bell ring. Like the bell would ring and everyone would like get ready to leave and she would just like tell everyone to sit back
Sit
down
down.
and like we didn't have like the longest lunch ever either and I had to like go from a portable all the way back up to like the second floor and then all the way back down and like it was just a process and it wasn't the best
Yeah.
experience but
That sucks.
mhm.
I Fire.
Hmm.
Being homeschooled. Do you learn a world language?
Do I have to learn?
Well, I don't
Um,
know. Do you?
I honestly just languages by myself. It's my own choice, really.
Right. Because
That's
I
good.
don't really know how homeschool works. I I imagine it's something along the lines of, you just, whoever's teaching you gets whatever, you know state standardized things you need to learn and teaches you them. But I don't really know.
It's different for everybody, really. Some people do school all by themselves. Some do school with their parents, and some do it online. I do school with my mom. I do
Okay.
half of it with her, and then she gives half of, then she gives the rest of the work to do by myself. Um, it's quite nice because I don't have to interact with people. That's
That's cool.
not really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah,
That's good.
it's nice.
That seems like an ideal way to, maybe not ideal necessarily, because communication skills and befriending people are important, but it
I have
seems
one
like it
friend in
would
real
be a
life.
yeah, we know who that is. Um and it's kind of, it's just it's different, and it might, I don't know if I would like it or not. Be weird. So, Despond has recommended we talk about country music. Um, what's your stance on country music? Because
No,
I flat out hate it. There are
I
I don't like it either.
very few country songs that are good, namely Country Roads by John Denver, and that's it. That's the only one.
The thing is like, as somebody who listens to literally every single genre of music, there's literally not a genre I don't listen to, and I still can't find enjoyment or I don't know, importance, I guess, in listening to country music. Like, I listen to jazz, I listen to classical music, I listen to
Mhm.
like rap and rock and like all these different genres. It's just really not for me. Like, no offense to anyone who does like country music. I know a lot of people like it, but
Mhm.
it's just, I feel like it's its own entire community almost of people, and they're very individual, as opposed to like anyone can listen to, I guess, I don't know, jazz music or
Mhm.
classical music. In my opinion, it doesn't really have such a big um I don't know, like community.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone who listens to country music, I picture as being from like a small town, wearing like
Yeah.
boots and like I don't
Wearing
know, that's
cowboy
just
boots and a
I
cowboy
am
hat
Yeehaw!
and
getting the back of the
yeehaw,
tractor
getting in their
and
tractor and yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Yeehaw.
So,
Um,
mhm.
Got me a girl on a pickup truck. Let's go get some mama's cornbread. Yeehaw!
that is accurate. Okay.
Literally.
So something funny that happened today.
Mhm.
We were coming up with topics, um, to talk about today, and this absolute gem came out of Despon's mouth. She said we're gonna talk about Nikola Tesla smoking weed.
Okay.
And so what she meant to say was
Oh my
Elon
god.
Musk, Elon Musk, um the CEO, and the CEO of Tesla, the company, smoking weed. But
Mhm.
that's what came out, and I like it. Nikola
Yes, so
Tesla, the 18
smoking
or
weed
whenever he was around
alive.
inventor. Yeah, that I would like to imagine that he now smoked a lot of weed.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up now that we talk about somebody from the past. Are you guys familiar with Sigmund Freud,
Ah, yes,
the
Freud,
founder of
the man.
psychoanalysis? Yeah. So he did actually a lot of cocaine, and he was a founder
Yeah.
for
Oh,
like
I know
cocaine
exactly what you're
use.
talking about. He
It
used
was
to give it to his
popular.
kids, as to his like nephews and stuff,
Mhm. Yeah.
as as like a Halloween gift or something. Trick or treat. Here's some coke. Um, yeah, that sounds awesome. So
Mhm.
Elon Musk smoking weed. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was on an episode of the H3 podcast.
Mhm.
He took a hit of, I don't. I think it was some. I don't remember what it
That's
was,
sticky
but
icky.
yeah, the you know
The
the
good loud.
wacky tobacco. Um, he and I and like I remember I saw a Twitter post where it's like, if you know, he was joking about people who, pull out of stocks and shaming Elon Musk for smoking weed, and then mentioning that Elon Musk, the man behind, sending his car to space and making flamethrowers and all that stuff. Like, is it really like now? Now is the point where you think he's
Mhm.
crossed the line. Like he like the amount of other drugs he would have to be on to think of the other products he's made.
Mhm.
Maybe not put on the market, but thought of and publicized. It's like now is the point where he smoked weed on, he took like one hit on a podcast. Like, really?
Yeah, and then everyone
Now
gets
is the
triggered
point?
about it.
Now
I
is the
think
point you think
that
he's crazy?
I think that with weed, becoming more apparent now and it being, legalized for like
Mhm.
recreational use in some states. I know in Canada it's just legal. I think in October it's like officially okay for recreational use, but um, I think that it's just going to be one of those ideas that needs to develop. I feel like how alcohol is something that's so widely accepted. I feel like I don't know,
Well,
couple
we
like
we had
years from now.
what was it called? I don't remember what it's called. When like long time ago, centuries ago, when people like banned, you know, alcohol.
Mhm.
I don't remember what that was called,
No
but
clue.
yeah, it's I think I don't know when weed will become legalized. I don't know if weed will be legalized. Um, we'll just have time will tell. That's
Mhm.
all we can. That's all we can say. So,
Yeah.
um, let's talk about um, let's maybe. Oh, you guys talk about Halloween really quick. So, Halloween is coming up. What's your
Mhm.
thoughts?
I love Halloween.
Halloween is my Christmas.
Yeah, basically.
I
I
don't
love
I don't
it.
really do Halloween anymore. Um,
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Really?
I'm 14 now. I
I'm
stopped doing that when I was
17 and
12.
I doing Halloween.
Well,
What is wrong with you?
that's because you have a cheery life. I
Okay.
yeah, I don't I don't do that. I like to stay inside and wear comfortable t-shirt and shorts, and I don't want to dress up as something. I don't have anything to
Mhm.
dress up as.
I
It's
mean, you
like
just gotta get creative.
I don't really have a plan as what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. So I have a blue bodysuit from last year. I dressed up as Meeseeks from the IQ show.
from Zero IQ show. Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm planning on just wearing that, not the Meeseeks head, just the blue full body suit. And then I've got a Himoto Maruchan cloak. I'll wear that too, as just like an epic gamer moment cape. And I'll just look like a weeb.
Yeah, you'll just
Nice.
embrace your inner weeb. We've got
Yes.
we've got a not guest on, right? We he's not a guest, but he has a story to tell. That I quote, "The fact that someone just threw a freaking golf ball at my head on the bus." Handsome Jack, everyone.
Thank you, thank you. Um, so about my tragic tale, here I am, sitting with my friend, playing Geometry Dash, about to beat a. Um, all I hear is someone yell "duck," and I turn around, and I see a giant red golf ball flying at my head. And it hits me in the head, and now I have a goosebump that's the size of the freaking Eiffel Tower.
That's not a goosebump, my friend.
Um,
Oh, that's an oof.
I've
That
come to the
is a big
conclusion,
oof. Please press F to pay respects. Can we get a
come
rip
to
in
the
the
conclusion
chat?
that I've gotten dumber because not
You
only when
don't
I got
say.
home, I tried to pull the door open,
That's possible.
but
Oh
it's
no.
a push door. But thank you all for your time. F
All
in
right,
chat. F
yeah,
in chat.
you.
and with that, we're gonna say farewell. This has been your host, Stars Down, here with Despond, Fire, and our not guest, Handsome Jack. We'll see you guys next time.